Are you a deviant? You know, like those of us who binge watch serial killer programmes, laugh at the stupid shit people do, and revel in anything adult? Well, you found your people. Join us as we crack open the door to the padded cell and release the insanely stupid, the weirdly wonderful, and those who choose to live outside societal norms. We'll delve into the strange, the macabre, the sexy, and the outrageous. So if you're a deviant, then you have your place with us in the padded cell. Hello everybody, welcome to the Padded Cell Podcast, and it's episode 14. I'm loving that we're in the teens.
No.
You weren't here for double figures, so we hit 10, and I was like, I felt like it was a really benchmark. At 10, we're at 14 now. What have you been up to?
Christmassy shit.
I'm just loving the antlers. I'm loving the antlers.
Loving the hat.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to touch too much of a tit.
I mean, there's loads of fluff coming off when you do that.
I know, I'm thinking I've got a black t-shirt on. Can we just acknowledge the t-shirts as well?
Nice.
Love the t-shirt, bit of the Muppets. Phenomena. Dun, 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 dun. You know when somebody says phenomenon, do you go phenomena? Dun, 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 dun.
No.
Oh, do you do that?
I do that.
I'm not the only one then.
I've got to be honest, I've never been the biggest Muppets fan.
Really?
Mm.
What's Christmas Carol?
What's wrong with you?
I mean, I don't mind it.
Miss Piggy and Kermit, Kermy Wormy.
No,
was that a laugh because it was good, or was it a laugh because it was bad?
I plead the fifth.
I was going to say, answer that
do the far
carefully.
button, do the far button.
Oh dear me, that was a big one. That was definitely after a Christmas party. That.
It's been out for a curry.
Yeah, Miss Piggy.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's just never really been my favourite.
See, I'm doing these things. If you don't watch the Muppets, you're thinking, what the fuck is she doing?
I get it.
Oh, okay, so you do know that she does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like Kermit and Miss Piggy, like, you know, the romance of the century.
I know.
You're not on board? I thought you'd be well into it. Animal?
No, not really.
Animal. What about, oh no, that's Sesame Street. I was going to say the one in the bin. That's a different thing altogether.
What is his name?
Oscar. I've actually got a t-shirt of Oscar in R2D2. I don't know if I've worn it. It's R2D2, but with Oscar coming out the top of it because he lives in the bin, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going off on one again. So Christmassy. So this is going out on the 14th of December. But
yeah.
I'm sure you've all worked out by now that we're a little bit ahead of you. So we're just recording this a little bit. It's still only just November, isn't it? Well, towards the end of November.
I mean, it's definitely time for the Christmas markets are open.
Well, you've got your decks up.
The deckies are up.
I mean, it's Christmas if you've got your decks up.
Yeah.
Do you know what? There was somebody not far from us, and it was 3 days before Halloween, and they had all the Christmas decorations up. But it was weird because they had all the trees decorated outside with lights and everything. They had Christmas deckies and stuff on the windows.
And then a pumpkin on the step.
But they had an orange Halloween wreath on their door. I'm just confused.
Yeah, no, I'm
not. Do you want
person.
carolers or do you want trick or treat?
So 31st of October, I'm definitely in the Halloween vibe.
Yeah.
1st of November, it's
Christmas vibe.
Christmas is on the way.
Yeah.
Holidays are coming.
You'd have your stuff up earlier if it wasn't for Sid, wouldn't you?
I mean, he's just given in this year.
Mm.
I've possibly played on the fact that I need a little bit of cheering up this year.
I was going to say, you know, I think you're definitely using the recent situation to your advantage.
Yeah. Possibly use the line, my mum's sad. I've been sad.
I'm sad. I want
a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Don't you just love that when you're sitting, like, you know, you have a long day, you sit down at night and you just put the nice little lights on and it's just aesthetically nice.
I like it in the morning.
Yeah.
I know you shouldn't leave your lights on overnight, but odd occasions I do. I love it in the morning. It's dead quiet and not a creature is stirring.
Not even a mouse.
And you come down the stairs and all the little twinkly lights are on and you just go, just fucking love Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, we've already burnt one house down, so our lights are all switched off at the plugs.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't need another house fire.
We definitely don't need another house fire. That makes me think I really should be switching everything off.
Switch those lights off.
Yeah, I do love it.
Be safe, kids.
Yeah. And Jim sometimes puts lights on the tree outside.
Yeah.
Now, you've been to ours, but I don't know if you've been to ours when we've had this particular tree trimmed outside. Let me tell you all about this tree.
About trimming your bush.
Trimming the bush. It's like, it's not a conifer, but it's like a conifer. Is it a conifer? I don't know. It's that misshapen now. I don't even know what it is. Jim decided he was going to go out and trim the conifer one day while I was out. He does these things while I'm out because if I'm there, right, put it down and back away from the chainsaw slowly. But I was out, and when I turned up, I was like, you're having a fucking laugh. This tree is huge. I don't know. It's about 7 foot tall. And he wanted to shape it into a wedding cake with tears, like a posh wedding cake. I drove up and I went, we've got a butt plug in our front garden. Jim, you've made a butt plug.
So if anyone knows where you live,
and we live on a main road.
Which one's that dominatrix's house? Oh,
the one with the butt plug. On a main road, buses going past and everything, we've got a butt plug. It's actually grown out of shape a little bit now. It's not so bad.
Thankfully.
It's still slightly tiered. But the way he did it, it was just like butt plug shape. But he has lights on the butt plug outside.
Amazing.
And one year, I made a little transvestite snowman, snow transvestite. Well, it started out as a lady with boobs, and they were massive boobs. And then she had this like big badunkadunk bum. And I thought, she looks more like a transvestite. I'm going to make her, and she was the best. She was like Frankenfurter, I'm telling you. And we have buses going past our house. And we had cars stopping outside to take photos of me snow transvestite.
Amazing.
Yeah, I loved it. Absolutely loved it.
We do that. We make a point of driving around to see all the best bits of Christmas every year.
Yeah.
And like take photos of all the good houses. Might need to add on the butt plug.
You might have to just come past ours. Do you know what? It had nuts for nipples. Oh, a bit like mine. So we're being all Christmassy, aren't we? What's your favourite Christmas song, then?
It's got to be the Pogues.
That's mine. Fairy Tale New York.
Yeah.
Have you heard me and Jim doing that?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Many times.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Soz. And it's our tune.
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it.
Have you got a favourite Christmas movie?
Yeah, a few.
Go on.
I think
say Elf.
No, my ultimate favourite is Miracle on 34th Street.
The old one, the original one.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I love The Holiday as well.
Oh, love The Holiday. That's a bit romantic for you.
I do love a little bit of romance on the sly.
But you haven't got a horse.
Just, I know, Christmas brings it out.
How does that work out?
It's a Christmas horse.
So you get like a Christmas horse. You're feeling, I'm going to take advantage of this. No, I don't think. I think that's a lie. Lies.
No, Christmas just brings out the soft in me. A little bit.
Okay, I'll wait for that.
However, I do have to watch it on my own. It's not something like me and Sid could sit and watch together.
Doesn't he watch
because he'd be like, what?
He doesn't
and
do
then he'd just piss me
that.
off.
I love The Holiday.
And that's where the romance just doesn't
Jack
work.
Black in there.
Yeah.
He's just great.
Love him.
Fun guy.
Yeah.
My favourite Christmas, this hat to really itching me. I'm like that. I'm flecking like I've got fleas.
Sweating by the end of this.
I know, I am. My favourite Christmas movie is Planes, Trains and Automobiles.
Nice.
Love it. They were going to remake it. I'm like, please don't. Please
Some
don't.
things you just need to leave it alone.
There's just so many good bits in that. That's not a pillow bit. He's got his hand in between his ass cheeks. Brilliant. Have you got your Christmas traditions?
Not as such. No, my favourite, I know this is a big shocker because I love Christmas. My favourite is actually Christmas Eve.
Okay.
We always do a little bit of shopping. I don't like to have to shop on Christmas Eve. I like everything to be done. But I do like just to have a little wander around the shops and stuff. And just all the nice like hot chocolate and stuff with the kids and, Christmas Eve boxes and all that. That's my favourite part.
I like Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
For different reasons.
However, last year, do you remember what happened to us last year?
No.
We went for our little wander around the shops. We got back to the car and someone had left the lights on the car.
Dead battery.
And we had to sit and wait for the RAC on Christmas Eve.
Oh, I bet you were fuming.
I was fucking livid. We nearly got divorced. You've ruined Christmas.
I mean, to be fair, I think like there's a weekly something that happens, like, right, divorce.
Yeah.
There's normally something, isn't there?
That was it.
Yeah. Well, we haven't got a tradition as such. We like to go to Germany to the Christmas market every year. Not going this year. I'm going with my friend to Krakow instead for a little few days.
Next week, isn't it?
Jaunt, yes. But normally we go to Germany at Christmas, just do Christmas bosh, you know.
Yeah, we've done Germany for Christmas markets.
You weren't that impressed though, were you?
The market, yes. I think how you accidentally book something. But I accidentally booked to go to Dusseldorf.
Yeah.
And I think if we'd have picked a nicer part of Germany to go to, the whole experience would have been nicer. The markets, boss, loved them.
They do the markets, just brilliant. I mean, ours are getting better over here, but they just do Christmas so good. One of the best ones I think I've been to was probably in Nuremberg. Nuremberg was dead. They're like, it's Bavarian, oldie Walesy down there, traditional Christmas, dead nice.
Yeah.
So, rather than talk about Christmas for the whole episode, because not everybody's going to be interested, really, should we forge on to our subjects?
I can't promise mine won't go back to Christmas, but yeah.
Well, I knew you would be full on farting Christmas.
Listen, when I messaged you and said, just checking where are these dates up to, are we in Christmas? And you said, yeah.
Yeah.
That was it.
So I'm not doing Christmas. Okay. Because we've talked about it already. I knew you were going to do Christmas. So my middle bit, my dangly bit is a little bit Christmassy. I've got a Christmas t-shirt and a Christmas hat. That's as much Christmas as you're going to get out of me. So my story has nothing to do with Christmas at all.
I mean, I've got to say I'm being a bit distracted by Ken's penis being flashed at me.
It's not really a peen. It's like
a nubbin. Well,
it's
very flexible.
I know, very flexible. It's all going to become apparent in a little bit why I've got Ken and Barbie. So, I am going to talk about a festival, and it's a festival that happens every year in Finland.
Okay.
But it's like a world championships festival. And so in the meantime, there's like national heats around the world.
Right.
Okay. And the UK has one. And if you win this, you go to the world finals in Finland. And this has been going since like 1996, I think it is. This is the World Championship wife carrying competition.
I've seen this.
Have you?
I've been watching TikToks on this.
It's so funny. So let me just tell you more about this. So every year around June, July time, Finland put on this wife carrying competition. But they take it dead seriously. So the UK version, when I tell you about it, it's very typical UK. But the Finns are like properly, sorry, I've just been distracted there.
Yeah, I've seen.
I need to take a picture of you, Calvin. So just to fill you in before I carry on with the wife carrying competition, obviously we've got Christmas head adornments on. And we've made the production team also wear
taking
head
a selfie.
So Dylan's wearing the same hat as me, and Calvin is wearing the same flashing antlers as Nancy. You rocking them, mate?
Did I turn my flashes off? Just
yeah,
so it
I think
wasn't
it'd be too distracting. Yeah, but Calvin can flash away.
I will. Yeah.
Are you loving them?
I am. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'm taking them back at the end, by the way. Soz. Okay, so wife carrying championships. June, July every year, they do this thing, and it's the actual Finland Championships. I think it's about 250 metres. Doesn't sound a lot. When you're carrying a wife on your back, it's a long way. And it's a flat track in Finland, but it's got a water ditch, which is a metre deep.
Yeah.
So when you actually see the positions that these wives get in, and the guys just jump in the water, they don't like tiptoe in, like, you know, protecting the wife that's flung over the shoulder. No, straight in the water. She goes in head first. Yeah. So that's the Finland one. But in the UK, theirs is a little bit longer. Theirs is 380 metres. It's got a...
That's a big difference.
It is. It's got a 15-metre steep incline, a 15-metre steep decline, and they haven't got like a water pit area. They've got a splash zone, and the competitors are encouraged to take buckets of water and super soakers. It's a super soaker, the competitors, when they go past this thing. So what's it all about? The UK, the English people, they say that it comes from when the Vikings used to come in and rob and pillage villages 12 centuries ago in the northeast. Mm-hmm. And they'd rob and pillage all the huts, and they'd throw the wives over the shoulders.
Yeah, I'm taking you.
And they created a festival out of it. Why not create a festival out of it? You know, we did it out of Guy Fawkes, you know, this bloody hero villain. Let's have a day every year for this guy that was going to blow up the House of Parliament.
Fuck the Tories.
So we're creating a thing now after the... You have to get it in there. So we create this thing now after Vikings have come along and robbed our women. Let's create a little festival and remember it every year. Yeah. So we did that for about 300 years and then it faded out. And we brought it back in 2008 because the Finns have created this championship. The English people are like, well, we want to do it too. So they created their own. Yeah. About 20 couples-ish take part. Some years has been a little bit light on the couple front. But normally 18 to 20 couples take part. And you haven't got to be the wife. You call the wife. But you could be the neighbour or you could be a friend. You haven't even got to be a female.
Depends how competitive they are on it.
Yeah.
Can't carry you, wife, sorry, I need your sister.
You haven't got to be male, female. You could be male, female, whatever. But the one who's on the back is known as the wife.
Yeah.
So just so we get that straight. And there's a weight limit to this thing. You can't be under 50 kilos. There's no chance of that for me. So anyone to throw me over the shoulder, I'm good. So got to be over 50 kilos. And if you're not over 50 kilos, they make you wear a backpack and fill it with flour and stuff to weigh you in. And then at the start line, they weigh you again. And they weigh you at the end in case you've turfed out a few bags of flour on the way to make it easy and cheated.
When
so
you're in the water.
At the end. Yeah. And then you're all set off at once and you're going for it, And there's different types of lifts, which we're going to go into. But with the Finnish one, with the Finland version, they go off in teams of two. So there's two couples going at a time because it obviously gets a little bit raucous. The Finland people want to be a little bit more sensible with their race. No elbows, gentlemanly and all that, The Brits are just, fuck it.
Get out the way.
Everyone just goes together. You're all just going to go together. Elbows are fine. And also the English one, because of this, has got a disclaimer. Let me read you the disclaimer. It's the first thing that you see on the page on the website. Wife carrying can be a dangerous activity which can lead to any one or more of the following injuries. Slip disc, broken legs and arms, limb dislocations, neck and spinal damage, facial injury, skull fracture, hernias and other sundry injuries and illnesses and potentially including death.
And drowning.
You're also asked to make sure you have insurance. That's the first thing you see.
Imagine
right?
applying for insurance. Oh yeah, I'm going to try and win this race, please.
And this near-death experience costs you 50 quid.
Wow.
50 quid to enter?
Said they'd probably pay 50 quid to drown me.
Ah. Yeah, he probably would.
Probably just chuck me in and leave me.
That's it, yeah. Just race off on his own. And there's other rules as well. So obviously the weight thing. If you drop the wife, you can't just come on, love, grab her by the hand, run and jump, back on the shoulders or whatever. You've got to stop, take 3 paces back. She's got to get on completely, mount completely, and then you can continue the race. So you can't take a run and jump as you're running along. And they're properly adjudicated. There's people watching for cheating and everything. And you've got to do these certain lifts, right? So let's get me Ken and Barbie out. Because we brought up Ken and Barbie, didn't we, in a previous episode? I think it was Barbie was a call girl, episode 5 or something. So these are the legal lifts that you're allowed to do. And if you don't do these, you get disqualified. Okay? So there's some that you'd assume would be okay.
Yeah.
So the bridal carry, which is over the shoulders.
Flashing her bum.
She's flashing her ass. She's flashing her crack. So bridal carry, yeah? Mm-hmm. Then there's the good old piggyback. The good old piggyback. Okay, she's very flexible, this Barbie. Yeah?
Yeah.
But apparently that's dead hard. Because you're running, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be very comfortable. Imagine the tits boinging on his head. Okay? Then there's the over the shoulder. Now this one's quite popular, apparently. But it's hard. So over the shoulder. So he's obviously got a holder like that.
It's like a fireman's lift.
Like a fireman's lift, yeah. Like that. Then the one which everybody chooses, and it looks really, really awkward, but apparently it's the winning combination.
I think this is what I've seen on TikToks.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's that one, right? So it's called the Estonian lift. I've just broken Barbie's legs. So he's running along, holding her legs like that, right? She's like that. She's like that. But when they run in this ditch in Finland, he doesn't just like tiptoe in. He just goes, fuck off, in. And here, the women's heads
This
are
is
in
what
the
I've
water.
seen, because she was near fucking drowning.
Yeah.
He didn't care about his wife.
I mean, I'm worried about a little bit of flatulence there as well. You know, because I mean,
And you're getting
ass
bounced
crack
around.
is right, exactly. She's getting bounced everywhere, isn't she? She's getting bounced around, little.
No vigorous activity the night before.
But because we're Brits, right, we've developed our own type of lift, our own carry, and it's perfectly legal. It's allowed. Very, very difficult. And this was done by a couple in 2013. I've actually got a picture of them. I'm going to show you that in a second. They developed it, and it was called the Door King lift, right? I call it the 69. This is the lift. So she's basically like that. So she's got her fanny in his face, and she's got her face in his crotch.
I mean, for running and stuff,
And then
I can't see that being the way to go.
No. So he's got holes of her like that, very tight. She's got her legs probably like that, hasn't she? Yeah? I've thought about this a lot. But when he's running, that's going to happen. Surely.
She's also going to be getting kneed in the face.
But, you know, she's going to bang his balls, isn't she?
You might like that.
She might, yeah.
We
he
know
might
many
like
people
that.
who'd
He
like
might
that.
like that. So that is called the Dorking 69, after the words held in Dorking. Now, so this fella in 2013 developed this position and made it into the papers. Because this is actually televised. I don't know where, I've never seen it like. But, right, so I'm back with the missus. I'm going to show this to everybody on YouTube. You see?
Wow.
So that's a proper like
I mean, she's
little...
got a helmet on.
You've got to wear a helmet. It's the rules. So I'm going to show you that on YouTube. If you're listening and watching on YouTube, I'll put it on Facey as well. Right, then this other English couple also attempted this lift. And you can just tell that she's screaming the whole way round, and her legs are all 10 to 2.
Oh, no. Look at her face.
So
She's holding on for dear life. Look at that grip around his waist.
there's nothing classy about that at all. He's just thrown her right over there. And I went, yeah, love, grab hold. And they've just gone for it, haven't they? Bloody brilliant it is. So I've actually got some pictures of the official lifts without Barbie and Ken.
I mean, but you've done that so well.
I thought I did it quite well. But so there's the fireman's lift. Yeah. He's looking pretty.
Seems a sensible way to go.
Yeah. I mean, he's like serious. You know, he's taking this very, very seriously.
Imagine the domestics when someone loses.
I know, yeah. And then we've got what have we got now? Okay, so now we've got the Estonian one in action.
Yeah, she's
But her head's
drowning.
in the water.
He doesn't care where she can't breathe.
No. So he's just went straight in and she's had to hold her breath. So that's that one. And then there's these two women trying to do the piggyback. God, love them.
Why are they dressed as the Flintstones?
I don't know. You are allowed to dress up, apparently. In the Finland one, there's certain things you're not allowed to wear, but you're allowed to wear a belt. So when you're thrown over the shoulders, you can grab hold of the belt. Yeah. So I've got a few more pictures, but I'm not going to show them. I've just got one. This is the example of the guy with the woman over his back, and he's jumping in the water. He's airborne. There's air. Look.
Heels first.
So I
like
don't
he's
know if
doing
you
the
can
long
see
jump.
that, but I will show it on Facebook and that. Can you see that, Dylan?
Yeah.
Okay. There's air. He's jumped.
That's like a long jump.
It is like a long... So that woman with her head dangling by his arse is going to get splooshed, isn't she? She's going to be drowned. So they're the different lifts anyway. So you said before about wearing a helmet. You've got to wear a helmet. You can't be pissed. I mean, they don't breathalyse you or nothing like that. But, you know, if you think that you're under the influence, you can't take part. It's dangerous, obviously, you know. I mean, it'd be quite funny if you were pissed.
Probably.
But there'd be more broken arms and that, wouldn't there? And there's obstacles and water hazards, like we said before. So in the English one, there's big bales of hay in your way and you can't just like go around and you've got to go over them. So these poor women, they're just getting battered all over the place. I'm saying poor women. I mean,
It's
the
just
guys
giving me
obviously
ideas
lifting
for
them.
an event, to be fair.
It is, isn't it? So spectators are allowed, encouraged to totally get involved, bring water guns and everything, like I said before. But what do they win for this chaos?
It's probably not enough for the torture.
It's not. Well, I didn't think it'd be enough, really. So, because they're Brits, you win £150 worth of local ale in a barrel.
Oh.
And you wouldn't like that.
No,
I'd quite like that. And you get £250 towards your expenses to go to Finland. And this is a caveat. You can only take part if you're prepared to actually make the trip to Finland because you're representing the country. And they take it dead serious. But there's a caveat to the £250, right? So it says, we'll give you £250 towards your thing towards Finland, only if you we see the ticket and you write about our event and take some pictures, put it on social media. Like, so you want free advertising. It's not really free advertising because you're getting the money, but, you know. So you've got to put it out there that you've done it, take photos and everything. So you've got to like put some effort in for your £250 over to Finland.
It's a lot of work, though.
It is, isn't it? Right, so not only that, the last placed finishers, they receive, you're waiting for this, a pot noodle and some dog food. To be honest with you.
Why dog food?
I'd be quite delighted with that. I've come last. I don't know why the dog food. Maybe the dog food manufacturer sponsors it or something.
Maybe.
You know, sponsored by what? Can't
Probably
think of
fancy a pot
food.
noodle at the end of that.
Oh, yeah.
Warm you up.
What's your favourite pot noodle?
I say that I'm more of a coca noodle girl.
How are you?
Yeah, don't really like a pot noodle.
Like
Coca
chicken-
noodles, though, a nice bowl of
Chicken and
tom
mushroom.
yum.
They're lower in calories, I think, as well, aren't they? I like the chicken and mushroom pot noodle. So if they gave me a chicken and mushroom pot noodle at the end of all that, I'd be delighted. Dead easy, pleased. Anyway, it says the carrier who completes the course with the heaviest wife wins a pound of sausages for strength.
To feed his wife.
Hang on. And it says, and a ceremonial pat on the back from other carriers. Oh, well done, dude. Here's a
Rather
pack of
you than me,
sausages.
mate.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
The oldest carriers receive a tin of pilchards and a jar of Bovril. But the thing it says, you know, before the war. And I'm like, hang on a minute, you've got to be like 80 odd to remember the war.
Just because they're the oldest
Just
doesn't mean
because
they're
they're
fucking
oldest.
old.
I looked at the ages of some of the people that were taking part, and some that aren't much older than me. And they're like saying, because of the war. I'm like, thanks, and make me feel a bit better about myself there. But a jar of Bovril. For those that don't know what Bovril is, it's a bit like
Meat
Marmite.
extract.
Bit like Marmite, isn't it?
Vegemite.
Vegemite, yeah. And all competitors get a beer and a T-shirt. I do
it
there
for the t-shirt.
T-shirt.
Anything for a t-shirt.
Yeah, I would be there. So the Finland race, once they've won and they get over there, like I said to you before, it's like 250 metres long. It's flat. It's got this water area. Slight differences in the rules. The wives can be 49 kilos. You can be a kilo heavier. They've got to be over 49 kilos, sorry. And they can be 17 or over. In the UK, you can be 18. It does say keep your elbows to yourselves. We're a civilised race. So basically, it's a war unto the Brits, isn't it? You know, and they have monetary prizes. So I think you get like 250 quid as well for that. And you get other things, loads of beer. And you get your wife's weight in beer. So it's actually an incentive
to
get
a
a
heavier
wife, in inverted commas, to get more beer.
Yeah.
And they charge €50 for that. So it's dead well organised. When I was looking at the website, they've got like a committee. And like, it's not just wife carrying race. They have sprints. They have a relay. Right, the relay is dead funny. So there's 3 guys carrying one wife. And at the relay point, before the wife can dismount and go on to the next guy, mount the next guy, the first guy's got to drink half a litre of water. That's weird, but if you think about it, they're carrying someone who's going to be out of breath. So trying to glug down half a litre of water when you're out of breath, it's quite hard.
Yeah.
So they've thrown that little thing in as an extra little challenge. So you've got to drink that, then turf the wife off, and then she quickly runs over and mounts the other one. Lob her over. I mean, I would just say, right, get in a position there, and I'd just like shimmy across. Yeah. I wouldn't even get off. I'd spring from one back to another. Because, you know, I'm that mobile. In theory.
We'll try this at the Christmas party.
Shall we? Shall we not? So, yeah, that's the relay race. And they also, I mean, I'd be here for this as well. Vanilla would be all over this, our made Vanilla. They have a wife carrying karaoke competition.
Oh, God.
So the wife has got to be on you as you sing. But I've not seen any videos, but I'm visualising, right? Let's say the singing I Got You, Babe, Sonny and Cher. So he's there with his microphone like that, I got you, babe. And then she's behind him singing to his ass crack. I got you, babe, because she's on his back, isn't she? In the Estonian position.
Saying, fucking shut up.
Yeah, so she's on the backside. I got you, babe. So they do the wife carrying karaoke competition. I'd be up for that. Would you do that?
No, I'm not a karaoke person at all.
Unless it's the Christmas. I've seen
Unless it involves helium.
Helium. Should we talk about our Christmas party?
That's one of our traditions, isn't it?
This year, though, we're changing the tradition.
We are.
So, I'm just digressing a minute because, that's what I do.
That's what we do.
Our Christmas party and work is a little bit nuts, isn't it, every year?
Yeah.
And we've got this tradition where we buy, a canister of helium, a couple of them, and we pass the helium around the team. And we used to have two teams, just have one big team now, don't we? And we do Bohemian Rhapsody.
It's fucking boss.
It is really, really boss. And literally we're fighting over the canisters, aren't we, to sing with this high-pitched voice. However, since COVID, we've obviously done it twice. We've had 2 Christmases since COVID.
We didn't learn the first time.
We didn't learn the first time because alcohol was involved, Nance, and all sense goes out the fucking window.
Correct.
Right. So, I've just seen the time. Shit. So, we do Bohemian Rhapsody. But the first year after COVID, we all did it. Everybody on the team came down with COVID.
Yeah.
We were out for isolation.
We almost couldn't open, could we?
No, we were on skeleton staff, weren't we? But the second year, last year, when we did it, didn't learn from the first time. We did the same thing again. And everybody went down again. Yeah. 2 Christmases on the run. I've been dying. Everyone's been dying. Yeah. And then properly panicking over New Year. This New Year just gone, I still wasn't well. And I was like, ooh, obviously I was in. I went in. But it was touch and go
Yeah.
So this year I've banned the canisters of helium. What I'm doing instead, because we've got to do the tradition, I'm going to supply the canister and balloons. Yeah. And you can fill your own helium balloon up and take it away with you and suck on your own balloon and don't share it because I don't want your fucking germs. Yeah. So that's what we're doing this year.
It's like a rite of passage, isn't it, when people get their first experience of the helium rhapsody.
That's it, you just get COVID.
Yeah. And a lot of them don't know what's happening when they join the team. We're like, right, you get in there.
It's like an initiation process. Yeah. I'm just going to wind this up dead quick, all right? So if you want to be involved, follow them on Twitter, # the UK wife carrying race. And the next one in the UK is on the 17th of March. That's Pazzi's Day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, can you imagine all the Pazzies running around there? Oh, that'd be ace. So there you go. I'm not going to do it. But if you fancy it, look it up. It looks a lot of fun. Yeah. A lot of fun, but they do take it quite seriously. And I know a bit of slap and tickle and joviality and stuff, but the actual rules, they do stick to them. It's like serious because you could be competing in the Worlds. Funny enough though, the couple that won this year were from Lithuania in the UK, and they came first in the UK and second in the Worlds.
Wow.
And there's about 80 couples take part in the Finland one. That's probably why they can't all go off at the same time.
Yeah.
So, right, so middle bit. I'm going to do it dead quick. Dangly bit. Okay, so have I actually even printed this off? I don't think I have. Right, okay, so it's just 2 stories that I found online about things that have happened at Christmas. Mm-hmm. This is the only Christmassy bit that I'm doing, apart from wearing a hat and a t-shirt. But, very quick. My dad's family lives in Canada, so every Christmas we'd fly up there to visit everybody. This time, my brother, about 6, and I, about 8. Perfect age for travelling nightmares, right? Well, God decides to shit out snow all over Toronto airport, and we spend 8 hours on Christmas Eve trapped inside the airport. My brother and I are being horribly bratty because we're hungry and want to open presents and run around. Finally, after the 8-hour delay, we get on our plane and end up landing at 1 o'clock in the morning. Now, at this point, my mum realises she's got no food at home for us to eat. She's only got 2 starving kids, up 2 late brats and no food. The only place open is a Waffle House. So we have our Christmas dinner at a Waffle House. The only other people in there, a bunch of drunken mall Santas who told my brother and I that we were being lied to and have been all these years. This whole Santa thing was just a load of bullshit. Bastards. They're 6 and 8.
Sounds like your mum.
Does, yeah. Totally does. Then the second one. I was opening presents with my then boyfriend in front of his huge religious family. We'd been together for some time and we all thought he was going to propose to me. Oh. They all waited with bated breath while I opened the tiny envelope from him. That he had put a lot of thought into, he said. The envelope contained a gift certificate for laser mole removal. Twat. Never once had I expressed an interest in this. I couldn't decide whether to laugh or cry. We broke up shortly after. Laser mole removal?
Imagine.
I mean, you'd ask for it. Grace, she's expecting an engagement ring. Everyone's expecting an engagement ring.
Maybe he doesn't want to marry her until she's got rid of the mole.
The mole, yeah. Well, that should have been like a little sort of addendum thing. So here's your voucher. Get the mole sorted off your face. And then here's your ring for
Here's
afterwards.
what you could have won.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Happy to have out there in front of all the family. I mean, actually, I would be the auntie laughing in the background, going, "Oh, mate, that's class," while the girl's crying. Right, let me move my Barbies, my Barbie and Ken.
Barbie and Ken.
So, Nance, what have you got for us, kid?
So, I was looking for inspiration for what I was going to talk about. Now, as you take a sip of your Coca Cola,
I'm trying not to burp.
one thing for me that massively screams Christmas
That big Coca Cola thing.
is the Coca Cola truck.
Yeah.
So as I'm sitting thinking, oh, what am I going to talk about? The Coca Cola advert comes on. And that was it. So I started looking into...
I thought, like, that's it. Like, oh, like, nice story, Nance.
And that's how much time we have. Bye. No, so for me, it's like a proper highlight of Christmas. I fucking love it. And I don't know why. It's just magic.
Have you actually seen it?
Yeah.
Have you? I haven't seen it.
I've seen it in Liverpool. So there's actually loads of interesting stuff on it. So I've got some facts.
I got stuff on the
Actual truck.
On it? Information on it?
Information on it. No.
Okay.
Here's
I thought
the
you meant
truck, the
those
stuff's
things
on it.
on the truck that I'd never seen before.
No. So the truck first came onto screens in 1995. And I was 7.
Okay, it feels like quite a lot longer than that for me.
No. I was 7 years old. And it was actually a Christmas caravan.
You were 7 in 1995.
Was.
Fucking hell. Our Liam was born in 1995.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was actually a Christmas caravan. And most of the advert was special effects.
It was Christmas caravan.
Yeah. That's how it started off.
Povo.
So,
Moved on to a juggernaut.
so the special effects were created by Industrial Light and Magic. And do you know what they're responsible for?
Industrial Light and Magic.
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
What's your favourite film franchise? Star Wars.
Are they responsible
They've
for
done
that?
all the special effects for Star Wars. So they created that truck and made it look magic.
So they took it from a caravan to a juggernaut with
did.
special effects.
Yeah. All by the power
It's
of
not
Star
really
Wars.
there. It's just all, yeah.
Yeah. So by 1998, millions of people were watching the Coca Cola adverts in over 100 countries.
Oh,
and
right.
it became like the John Lewis advert of the 90s.
Yes.
I love the John Lewis advert.
Have you seen this year's one?
I've not yet.
Okay.
Is it a letdown?
Can you tell from your face?
I feel like it's a letdown.
I'll let you judge.
No, so some of them proper get you in the fucking feels, don't they?
Oh.
I know you've already said I don't have a heart, but they get me.
Well, where Christmas is concerned, you said you've got a
do.
heart. It just
I don't know
comes
what's wrong with
around
me.
once a year.
Yeah. So this truck now goes on tour across the country. It's been touring for quite a few years now. And it goes up to 40 different locations in the UK. So we've actually seen it. We've seen it in Liverpool. And I just remember being dead excited to go and see this fucking big truck. And it was a bit disappointing. Can't lie.
So is this in 1995 or is this like since
No,
then?
this was probably about 5 years ago we seen
Oh, so
it.
you're an adult and you're disappointed in the truck.
Took the
I
kids.
thought you were like going to say you were 10 and like, you know, your Christmas bubble had been burst.
No.
So you were in your 30s and the truck disappointed you.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, Nance, get a grip.
Why are you so mean? No, it proper, like, it was a bit disappointing.
So what was it about it that was disappointing? Was it not as big as you thought or something?
Well, considering the adverts now is probably like fucking 30 odd trucks, isn't it? And it's huge.
So what you mean is the real Santa wasn't driving it. You were gutted.
I mean, I didn't know Santa wasn't real until the last episode when you dropped that bombshell, so you can't be surprised by this.
Toz.
Soz about me. You're just ruining Christmas, Vic. Fucking hell.
I have that way about me.
Yeah, so in 2015, the demand for the truck was so high that they decked out a second truck just to make it that bit more special for people like me.
So, but do they have to decide which one the real Father Christmas goes in?
No.
Because there isn't one!
Stop doing that.
Not real.
So now, because the tour is so big,
Lies.
one starts at like the top of the country and one starts at the bottom. And
They meet in the middle.
And they meet in the middle.
And they have like a little juggernaut party in the Midlands.
Yeah. So the Midlands just get the best. So
They've got to have something, haven't they? Sorry!
yeah, so...
You're all horrible to Scousers, so whatever.
So you deserve
It's like battle of the worst accents.
So between 2001 and 2007, they actually stopped using the trucks on the adverts because they thought,
Going back to
everyone's over
caravans.
this now. Everyone's
skint.
over it, we need to try something different. And there was massive uproar. So in 2008, the trucks came back and I was happy again.
So I bet you were one of the ones, weren't you, uproaring over the trucks?
I actually don't care enough to cause uproar.
You don't now because you're even let down.
No, but secretly inside, I'm like, where's the fucking advert?
Okay.
I haven't seen it this year. What's going on?
I'm trying to think of the tune. It's like a...
Holidays are coming. Holidays are coming.
That's one, yeah. Only the real thing or something.
Yeah. So
Did you see me actions then? Like on the decks? Mixing up the Coke adverts.
So when you go and see this truck, they've got like loads of Coca Cola elves who give out cans of Coke. So where did your can of Coke come from? Is there a little elf in the kitchen?
Regretfully not.
No.
You want to...
What a letdown.
The elves just let
The elves
rip.
just dropped shit.
God, that was a really, really impressive farce, actually. You want to be an
elf on the
elf,
shelf.
don't you?
I'm actually might come as an elf next time.
So
I might do our Christmas special in an elf outfit.
okay.
Only if we can get the real Santa as a guest.
Oh, you can be the real Santa.
Don't tell anyone.
I'll sit
I
on
mean,
your
it's
lap.
all just pretend anyway. Just go along with it.
Stop it. Maybe
not
go all
real.
squeaky then.
Not real.
So it takes 8,772 twinkling fairy lights on each truck.
8,772
It's very specific, but that's how many it takes.
on every truck.
If you take one off, it's just not the same.
Okay, so because I'm that person,
You're going to count them.
no. Oh, fuck off. As if I've got time to count 8,772 bulbs. No. I would be the one. Everybody else is concentrating on looking at the real Santa and singing the tune. And I'm up behind the truck like that going,
Unscrewing one. Just to be
unscrewing a
cunt.
bulb. 8,771. No,
And it wouldn't have the same twinkle.
it wouldn't.
It just wouldn't be the same. Christmas would be over.
I'm like a little Grinch, aren't I, really?
You are.
I like Christmas, but I'm a bit minxy, aren't I?
Yeah.
Especially when I've got a Christmas CUNT in front of me who's just getting wound up by the fact that I keep saying Father Christmas isn't real.
That's like when you say fairies aren't real, like one drops dead.
There's only one Father Christmas and he's not real, so he can't drop dead.
What about all those little workers who go out to sit in all the
All of his little helpers.
shopping centres?
All the drunken Santas.
Yeah.
Do you know, there was actually one year I went to Lewis's in Liverpool, which isn't there anymore, and the Santa,
That was the best Santa.
he smelt very strongly of whiskey. Very
like Elf.
strongly. It was the
You
only
sit on
year
a throne of lies.
because the real Father Christmas went to Lewis's, didn't he? Your mum
Yeah.
would say, "This is the real Father
Yeah.
Christmas." The one in Blackler's is just as like Oppo,
Yeah.
his helper, but the one in Lewis's,
That's the real one.
that's the real one, and it always had dead nice displays and everything,
Yeah.
didn't it? You know. But yeah, this one year, the real Father Christmas obviously was busy or ill or something, you know, figuring out how he's going to convince everybody that he's real. And then this fucking stand-in turns up with a beard that was the fakest beard I've ever seen in my life, stinking of whiskey. I was just old enough to know. So I was about 7. And you're like, "What do you want, little girl?" In a creepy way. And I'm like that going, suddenly want a bottle of whiskey. You know, he really, really stunk of it. And I was like, and my mum got onto it.
It's just like Elf, isn't it? You smell like beef and cheese.
I only washed off the first time 2 years ago, you know.
I fucking love it.
I'm not going to admit that I love it, but I enjoyed it.
I love it.
The bit where is he like eating spaghetti with M&Ms in it or Skittles or something in it? Yeah. I found it funny, and I'm ashamed to say that I did, because it's not normally my kind of thing, but I did. So there.
We'll make a Christmas cunt out of it one day.
And definitely a Christmas cunt unscrewing the bulb on the Coca Cola truck.
So as you've pointed out, only the real Santa Claus can drive this truck. There was one member of the public who's ever been allowed to drive it, and it was Matt Smith. You know, the doctor.
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. So he was trying to raise awareness for cystic fibrosis, and he posted online all of his tweets and stuff, and it all went viral. So Coca Cola allowed him to be the one to drive the truck, and it raised loads and loads of money.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Matt Smith, he's one of them unusual looking guys, isn't he?
I fancy him.
Yeah, well, he's like Benedict Cumberbatch.
Love him too.
So they're not
we were
like
watching him last night.
classically handsome, but there's something about them makes you go, tingle me mingle.
Yeah, definitely makes me tingle.
There's something about him, isn't there? When he first started as Doctor Who, I was like,
I loved him as the Doctor.
But he was really quirky as Doctor Who. And that, I think, made everybody fall in love with him, I think. Like Benedict Cumberbatch as Sherlock.
That's what we were watching last night. Love it.
I love it. Have you seen the Sherlock where he's with the dominatrix?
Yeah.
Ah, she's boss.
Yeah.
I aspired to be her. She was great. Any more Christmas cunt stories?
No, so that was it. I've been trying to find out the date for the when it's coming back to Liverpool, because it is.
No, it's actually going to come
coming back on tour, but the dates haven't been released yet. They usually get released like around the next week or so.
Okay.
So watch this space.
So by the time this goes out on air,
it'll be out.
You would have been watching the real Father Christmas driving the truck.
Again.
Disappointed, and me unscrewing the bulb at the back while nobody's watching.
But you just need to. You need to go and get a little selfie for the gram. People queue up for fucking ages to get a little picture by this truck.
If I manage to get a bulb, you can take a picture of that.
Okay.
I can go, hey.
So yeah, that was it. Catch me at the Coca Cola truck. I'll be there.
Yeah, the Coca Cola truck isn't the thing that makes me go, ooh, Christmassy. When I was a kid, we used to have this sleigh that came round. It was sort of like a float.
Yeah, like the Lions Club or something.
And it'd play like, really crap Christmas tunes out of a really bad stereo.
It'd be terrible, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And, a poor Povo Father Christmas on it.
Yeah.
But I loved it.
I loved that.
Oh, it was great. I hear
that still happens by
the
us.
tinkling.
Still happens.
Does it?
Yeah.
Doesn't happen round by ours. Get robbed.
Better quality, better truck and stuff, but it's not quite a mug float.
No. All the toys would get robbed if it came round by ours. Santa, he'd be naked. The suit would get robbed and everything. Just a naked Santa on the sleigh.
He'd be sat on your butt plug.
It's a rather large butt plug.
Are you not turning that into a gonk this year?
We are. Well, I actually said to Jim, you need to get the stuff for your gonk. He went, it's only going to get robbed. So, it could be a thing. I went, you can't not do things, Jim, because it might get robbed. Just get it.
I think people just go, oh, that's nice.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? I don't know,
you might get one cunty kid who will do it just because they're a prick.
Yeah. Well, I've got a camera.
Yeah.
And I can speak through it as well. So I'll be like permanently watching.
Get off
if
me
anybody
gonk.
approaches, all right, take a step back from me butt plug. On that bombshell, Nance. On that butt plug. Bombshell.
Bum plug.
Bum plug. We need to go.
Yes.
We need to go and be Christmassy. Or you need to go and be Christmassy. And
I can do that.
Yeah. And I'm going to go and prepare for Krakow.
I'm going to go and cry that Santa's not real.
Soz. You knew anyway.
I didn't.
You did. You're just keeping up the pretense for your own kids. It's all real lies.
They don't really give a shit.
Biggest lie ever. You're taught not to tell lies, and your parents just tell lies to you every Christmas. And the Easter Bunny. Fucking, Tooth Fairy.
We're on the Tooth Fairy now.
Yeah. Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, how much are you going to give him?
Cost you a fucking $5 a tooth now.
Well, it cost the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
If we're going along with this make-believe thing.
Oh, well, listen, you've ruined everyone's dreams already today. Let's not.
There is no Tooth Fairy either. No.
Sorry, Dylan.
Sorry. Carl's not even listening.
No. He's switched off again.
He's just in his little element with his antlers on. So, it's the 14th of December when this one goes out. So the next episode, everybody, is the one before Christmas on the 21st. And I probably am going to go a little bit more Christmassy. Yeah.
Yeah.
More Christmassy than I am now. My stories are going to be Christmassy just for that one episode. And then that's it. So, if you like Christmas, tune in.
I'll be dressed as an elf.
I don't know whether I'm going to dress up in anything. I could be a turkey. I have actually got a turkey hat.
You could do Joey from Friends with the turkey on your head.
I have actually got one of them turkey hats. I could wear that and be a total tool.
The turkey and the elf. Let's do it.
Yeah. So we're going to go. You've got all that to look forward to. In the meantime, chat to me, guys. Come and say hello on the socials. Oh, and also, if you've got any ideas of things you want to hear about in future episodes, just drop us a line and let us know your thoughts. And if we think it's a good idea, we'll do it. And if it's a shit idea, we'll call you out. We won't at all.
We will.
There's no such thing.
We'll just talk about you.
There's no such thing as a shit idea. Shut up. Father Christmas is fake. Bye! And there we have it. Another day made better by listening to the curators of chaos. Thanks for dropping by. And if you enjoyed the show, we'd really appreciate you sharing your love for the Padded Cell podcast with your friends. Don't forget, give us a follow on our socials. Maybe leave us some 5-star reviews. And feel free to send us an email to medic@the-padded-cell-podcast. Or even interact with us on Facebook, Insta and our other socials. Because we love chatting to you. Be sure to stop by next week because, as Bowie says, I don't know where I'm going next, but I promise it won't be boring. Catch you soon.